It was a pleasure to receive all these authorities here for the opening session of IFAMA, and we also have the presence of our ex-Secretary of Agriculture, Francisco Maturro, and for the international guests, you told me that you enjoyed Ribeirão Preto. Ribeirão Preto is clean, is beautiful. We have the mayor here, Duarte Nogueira. He was the mayor of the city for 8 years, and he just handled to a new mayor now in December. So thank you, Duarte Nogueira, our mayor, for being here in our conference. So before handling to Mr. Pavinato, I have 155 slides and 5 videos to show you here. I want to make for you this experience here in IFAMA the best possible. We want to, Roberto, Harven team, all the ones involved in the organization. So one of the ideas is to share with you the dream to make this country the food supplier in the world, the kitchen in the world. So if you want to join us in this effort, follow us in social media together with Harven, and we will be linked with the sharing of materials, sharing of videos, sharing of images. I have 4 topics to talk to you in 4 to 5 minutes. First, to give more explanations about IFAMA. We already had the chance to listen to our president, the Irish-Brazilian Aidan Connolly. Then to talk a little bit about our role as the supplier, to introduce what will be shown to you by SLC, and then to tell you the message that we're going to give to COP30. So you have to work with us during these 2 days, and we are here to work, to learn. So IFAMA was created by the father of the agribusiness concept. So who is this professor in front of us? Professor Ray Goldberg. He created the concept together with John Davis in 1957. And he created IFAMA to be the global platform to discuss advances in food and agribusiness. So we are here now paying a tribute, an homage to Ray Goldberg that's still working with more than 90 years old. He's an example for all of us professors, because it's incredible how he is still productive, and the leader #1 that we have in the world today is Mr. Ray Goldberg, if we're talking about agribusiness. So this conference has a huge tradition. It started back in 1991 in Boston, and you can see all the cities that we went to: Boston, to Caracas, to Paris, to Cancun, to Montreux in Switzerland, to Chicago, to Jakarta in Indonesia, to Almeria in Spain, to Aarhus in Denmark, to St. Paul. So it was a wonderful opportunity to travel, to meet people, to build up networks. And the part of my students, at least 10 people that worked with me had a chance to go to an international university because of IFAMA. This is why we value it so much. And next year, we're going to be in the table after Friday as the first Brazilian city to receive this organization and this conference. So I'm going to be very happy to put the Brazilian agribusiness capital, Ribeirão Preto, in this list. So how is IFAMA event organized? Just for you to have an idea, we have 3 major activities during these 5 to 6 days. The first activity was performed on Sunday, when we had students from 10 universities, 25 teams of 4 students, 100 students that were having a dispute to see which group brings the best solutions for SLC and also for Atvos. Both companies will be here, and SLC is represented by Aurelio Pavinato, and Frederico Logman is over there. He's from the family of shareholders. Thank you, Frederico, for your support. Anna also to be here with all these days. So they read the cases, they had the jury to evaluate the cases, and we will know the results Thursday evening when we have a wonderful dinner all together, the presidential banquet. And then we have the academic symposium, 2 days. These 2 days were at Harven, where we had more than 200 professors, PhDs, innovators in the world, telling to each other what they have done in the last year. So they submit the research, the articles, the innovations. There's a selection process, and they come to present it during the academic symposium. So a lot of innovations come from this academic part of IFAMA, and this happened in Harven. University, Harven Agribusiness School. It was Monday and Tuesday. Now we have the forum Wednesday and Thursday, normally with 300, 400, 500 people, mixing academics, business, and that's what we are starting today. So talking a little bit about Brazil, one of our objectives is to show what Brazil has done in the last 30 years. And I'm so proud, and I thank to God to be an agronomist in this country, because when I graduated, when I finished my undergraduate in 1991, Brazil was a huge food importer. Can you imagine? I remember that we were having sometimes, and Caio will remember, Chico will remember, Brazil had a problem because we were importing beef from Chernobyl. So remember in the press at that time, it was a problem of the meat with irradiation and all these kind of things. And then Brazil was able to produce large-scale agriculture, as you could see, even in normal way or in a regenerative way, like we had Mr. Balbo, Leontino Balbo, showing us the incredible case of native that has more than 15,000 hectares of sugarcane conducted in an organic way. So it can be done. And during these 30 years, it's just a short message to our international guests, we could see Brazil moving from a food importer to become probably the largest food exporter that we have nowadays. And I can give you the market shares that Brazil has in all of these products, like for instance soybeans. Brazil occupies today 60% of the world market. In sugar it's 52%. In orange juice is more than 80%. When we go to beef, it's going to become 30% by the end of this decade. When we go to poultry, 40% of what the world imports comes just from one country. When we go to pork, it's going to be 20%. And Brazil also leads coffee with 1/3, cotton with around 1/3. It's the second position in corn, just after the US, with 1/3 of what's imported by the world. So you can see the importance of being here, the Brazilian agribusiness capital in the country that's doing this revolution, and you're going to see much more details in the coming days. So we have a challenge here, because tomorrow we will have the visit of our ex-minister and the big idol that we have in Brazilian agribusiness. After we lost Mr. Paulinelli, that Manuel Mario made reference, ex-minister Roberto Rodrigues will be here tomorrow. He's the agricultural person of André Correia do Lago, which is the #1 person at COP30 that will happen this year in Brazil. So we are going to deliver a letter, which will be our message to COP30. And the message is this one. It was already given in our introduction of the panel. It's going to be given by Mr. Pavinato. The message is that it was given by our president, Aidan Connolly. Agribusiness is not the problem. Agribusiness is the solution for climate change. So that's the message that's going to be passed, because we're going to see a lot of technologies here that allows us to tell that agribusiness is the solution. So this letter is already at Harven stand. So make sure that you take a look. You can point your phone, there's a QR code, give your contributions, and by the end of tomorrow, we're going to have the letter, and the ambassador is going to connect with us from France, because he's in a conference over there, and he's going to receive the letter from Mr. Roberto Rodrigues, and we will be a testimony of this deliverable of the letter. So we are here to work. People that work with me say that I normally work a lot, and I'll tell you why. I'll show you a picture. When I was 9 and 10 years old, I started my professional career. My professional career was a paper boy in the US. Unfortunately, with the digital media, there's no more paper boys in the world, so this profession is gone. But I was a paper boy, so I love to work a lot, and I want you to take advantage of this conference. And this is my message to you. The last slide before I call Mr. Pavinato is you have to do a resume in these 2 days to make this very profitable for you. The first topic is which of the most relevant learnings and information came from IFAMA. Make up your list. Dr. Connolly already raised some points. We must produce our resume of what came from IFAMA, the most important learnings that we have. The second, you have a responsibility to take back to your company. What can your company do to get better? So the second question I want you to answer is every idea that you have for your company based upon the 30 or 40 presentations you're going to see, do your resume, take it back, make it happen so your company can be more profitable, can be more driven by demand in the coming years. And the third one is for you. So how can you be a better professional after the 2 days that you are here at the conference with us? So these are my initial comments. I tried to make IFAMA more, the understanding of you guys about the organization now is very clear. We have the case competition, then we have the academic symposium, and now the business forum, and you can benefit of this becoming a member and going with us next year to Ireland, and then it's a surprise where the association will go in 2027. So with that, I want to call Mr. Pavinato to talk to you, and you are going to see what is that I'm telling you about the Brazilian Revolution. For the students that had a chance to study SLC and do the dispute, the guy is over here. The famous guy that you have seen in the case is over here in front of us. So Pavinato, thanks a lot for dedicating your time to come over here and show us what SLC is doing, and in your opinion, what's the future of agriculture?